was dictating the words of this book, and all of those scribes were writing it down for days.
Wow.
It took time, but the thing that I think, Chaplain Kevin, I think you're right to point out how we take that for granted, how expensive and time consuming of a work it was in the ancient world to produce books. And I think we have to really, especially those of us who are Black Christians, we have to really, when we think about how difficult and how much it took to do that, we have to stop and think about the fact that in Ethiopia, the number one reason that people wanted to go through all that work was to put out the word of God. Wow. That they had to make sure to first and foremost, to translate the Bible, the Old and New Testaments, into their language. And then from that point on, they made sure to put out books like the Book of Mystery and other books that expound on the scriptures and teach people the Christian faith.
Yeah, so essentially these would be their commentaries on the scriptures, and different things like that as well.
That's exactly right. There's a whole series, a whole tradition of biblical commentaries in the Ethiopian tradition. There's songs and liturgies, and there's biographies, ghettos. And then this book here, I would liken it to, maybe some of us have heard of like Thomas Aquinas's Summa Theologica, or John Calvin's Institutes of the Christian Faith. Well, again, those are the European versions of Georgius of Sagala's Book of Mystery, because in the Book of Mystery, Georgius wrote many different books. He wrote many different texts, but this is hands down his most famous book, his
magnum opus. Yes,
it's his magnum opus, and in it he gives a comprehensive description of Christian doctrines, doctrinally, 30 chapters, one chapter at a time, expounding on different aspects of Christian theology.